Hey, it's Debbie, and I'm back to talk about something I was thinking on today about the vagus nerve as I've been into this vagal nerve research mode. And how does the vagus nerve get toxic? How do we get this metabolic shutdown? And how can we use this information to figure out how best to build and create our future you blueprint? If you feel you're stuck, if you feel like your metabolism is slowing down, your gut is unpredictable. Your energy, what if it's just unreliable? And your hormones don't feel balanced no matter what you do. Your body isn't just responding the way it used to. And I don't want you to blame the aging process. That's a pet peeve. I'm getting older. This is going to happen. It's just understanding what changes as we get older and how we need to do something different. Not just about thyroid function or gut health, about aging. It's about the operating system of your entire body, your vagus nerve, the mitochondria, metabolism, and the stress response circuitry. And if these systems get overwhelmed or toxic, nothing else works the way it should, the way it's supposed to. So, in a series of podcast videos, I'm going to walk you through what the vagal nerve does. We've touched on that already, but what is vagal nerve toxicity about? How does vagal nerve toxicity actually shut down your metabolism? And why do we get stuck in this survival mode when I have a mission to be thriving as I age, but I'm doing all the right things and I'm still finding myself stuck and I need to figure out how to heal and how to connect your mitochondria and your gut health to fat loss and focusing on building muscle as we age to help our metabolism. So, looking at creating the future you blueprint, how it starts with the root causes. And as we age, men and women, we try to fix symptoms. We get diagnosis or given labels and medication or supplements to treat a problem. But the symptoms are not the problem, they're a result of deeper dysfunction. And if we can identify the true root causes by investigating what's going on under the hood, but externally as well, what might be suppressing your vagus nerve? Are you stuck in sympathetic dominance? Why are you getting gut infections? Why is there endotoxicity? Do you have low stomach acid? Do you have sluggish bile? Are your mitochondria not functioning as they're supposed to be functioning every day? Are you eating all that nutrient dense food, focusing on hitting your protein goals every day, but you're not absorbing the nutrients? You're not breaking down the protein to amino acids. You're not getting the minerals. You're not getting the bile and the pancreatic enzymes to break that food down. We're not absorbing fat if we have bile issues. So, really looking at all of this together and starting to see patterns so you know exactly what to fix and getting out of the cycle of trial and error. And that's the power of testing. And I've been sharing my results, the why behind my symptoms, that I haven't done a test for a few years. I do my blood work, but it doesn't tell us the whole picture. And when I ran the GI map this past month for my birthday gift to myself, yes, I took poop samples for my birthday gift to myself. My root causes included H. pylori being a little bit elevated, low stomach acid indication, LPS producing bacteria, a little bit of dysbiosis, low commensal bacteria. And it told me I started to get down these new rabbit holes. My vagus nerve and gut brain axis were suppressed, even though I'm doing all the lifestyle work. So part of this information came originally earlier this year from a mitochondria analysis from a company called Me Screen. My results showed me something I had no idea about. And it's what I focus on this show, my podcast, to be fit and healthy from the inside out at a cellular level. And until I did this Me Screen mitochondria test, I had no clue because it's hard to test this. Lipid membrane damage, elevated oxidative stress, and poor mitochondria signaling, which resulted in less energy, ATP. And this correlated to low energy, easy fatigue, metabolic sluggishness, and poor recovery from my workouts. So you can test this information and correlate it together as I look at my heart rate variability data, looking at, am I in classic freeze mode and having the metabolic braking system pulled on? Is your heart rate variability score low? Are you able to identify, testing as with Sweet Beat Life, what is your low frequency to your high frequency? So we want to look not just at that HRV, but the breakdown. Then pay attention to your breathing and looking at different blood chemistry markers, looking at a Dutch test as your cortisol, getting a full thyroid panel, looking at your free T3, reverse T3, and looking at signs and symptoms of low nutrient absorption. So then we can start to put clues together. If you have vagal nerve toxicity, metabolic shutdown, mitochondria distress, and then we can create your roadmap. That's why testing is so powerful. Instead of being just stuck in cycle of trial and error, watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, watching TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're getting your education from, then you're trying this, trying that, and it gets overwhelming and you get stuck, you get frustrated, and you're not getting the results you want. So next time we'll talk about what your body does when it does sense danger. When your vagus nerve is suppressed and your mitochondria are stressed, your body flips into a protective mode. And you'll see thyroid levels impact. You'll see your metabolism slow down. You'll experience more fat weight gain. And your digestion might just be off, be slower, sluggish. And your hormones might be suppressed because everything we have, our resources, are redirected towards survival. Our motivation goes down, our drive and our mood, a freeze response. And remember, your body is not broken. Your body is protecting you. So that's why when we eat less, exercise more, do all this fasting, prioritize protein, doing our exercise right, and adding in hormone replacement therapy, and they still don't really make adjustment in what your symptoms are. T3 medication. I'm taking progesterone, estrogen patches, I'm taking T3, but what I was trying to fix doesn't I don't feel any difference. And how I measure it might seem silly to a non-athlete, but my running performance, I used to be a good runner, and it's not age related. It feels different. And understanding about my physiology is responding perfectly to the messages it's receiving. So we want to create the FutureYou blueprint and have a solution how you can reboot the system and not treat symptoms. Your blueprint, FutureYou blueprint, shouldn't be a diet, a supplement program, a detox, a workout plan, a protocol you copy from Instagram. A blueprint is a sequence, personalized, data-driven roadmap based on your unique biology, starting in phases. And first phase is finding safety and working on strengthening that vagus nerve to create more vagal tone. The nervous system must signal it is safe to heal. So there's a way to do it. Breath training, heart rate variability tracking, nasal breathing, somatic decompression, cold exposure, just a little dose on your head, neck, sunlight, grounding. And what I started using this last week, and I'll be testing this against my Sweet Beat Life heart rate variability testing, LF to HF, is using a vagal nerve stimulator, Pulsetto. And I'm going to see, is that making a difference for me? Do I see changes in my vagus nerve? So as the sun went down, as I'm doing this, the full moon's out, I'm going to get a little walking movement, and I'm going to prepare and do my sunlight and sauna, doing the Pulsetto in there. I think I'll do the Pulsetto first to get more parasympathetic state, do a 30-minute session in our sunlight and sauna, probably detoxification because I swam today, so I want to get the chemicals out, and do a little TV time to stretch on the floor and I use my flex beam on my belly. And then I'm trying to use red light. I have Kineon red light therapy on my thyroid and do a little stretching before bed, write in my gratitude journal, 3 things I'm grateful for today, do a little stretching with some breath work, 3 ohms to finish the stretching, and read my book at least 3 pages before I go to bed, which I'm reading Brad Kearns and Mark Sisson's book, Born to Walk. So there's a lot of work to take care of me, but I'm on a mission to improve how I age. I take ownership of myself, my health, my well-being, and investigate is key. Looking at those functional lab tests, I didn't know that I had cell membrane damage. So now I know the missing pieces of my health puzzle that I've probably been struggling with the last 5 years or so. And now I have a plan, a blueprint that's personalized for me. So I can add in all this, the different phases I'm going to do to improve my dysfunction imbalances that I discovered with the right lab testing, and combine that with my lifestyle habits, this evening routine, and then do my morning routine. So I just want to share with that discovery with you about vagal nerve toxicity and what I identified with my own health investigation to put the missing pieces of my health puzzle back together again. So we need to figure out what's best for you. You're a unique individual. It's not a one size fits all approach. So I would save some money, and being able to invest in your health is key. Just as you're putting money away in your savings account for your future you, for retirement, do something for yourself now and start creating that roadmap for the year ahead too. So let me know if you have any questions, shoot me an email or a message below, and I look forward to talking to you. Next time, we'll go a little deeper into vagus nerve, how it gets toxic.